Rose Hill. And a 108 on opening jump number 1, Tyler.
All right. Yeah, make sure you make it down, spray it again. 69 slam closeouts, all sorts of blowout deals. If you're not buying gear right now, I don't know what is going on.
Cameron Baxter right there, exploding a 108 on jump number 1. Tyler, he's going to need to bring it down, but look at Lake 3 action, the barefooter behind the Malibu response. Wow.
Action, 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 drama, drama, drama. And here comes Cameron Baxter. Charles, you know this as well as I do. If you're a jumper and you're from the Midwest, you're going to bring it down, no doubt about it. Here he comes, jump number 2 into the base of the ramp. And another big, big jump. Can he ride it out? He can. The fist pump,
baby. Did you see the extra 5 foot with the flutter of the Kruger tips on those D3s? And he just looked like he went straight for about another 5 feet, and it kind of surprised him.
What that was, Charles, that was the magical power of his team, creating the cyclone that came beneath his tips, giving it up for Cameron Baxter, going back for jump number 3. Oh my! I gotta put my glasses on a little bit tighter because these athletes' futures are bright here, Charles. We are rocking and rolling, and I also got some more raffle gear. All right. We'll wait for Cameron Baxter's last jump. In fact, right now, Bree Carter just came up here. It's a great time to do a raffle. Bree, what are we going to raffle here?
We're going to have the last calculator and post-it note.
All right. Check out that feedback right there. We're going to have a calculator with some sticky notes in the raffle. Here we go.
All right, Tyler, Cameron's jump number 2 was 116 feet.
All right. Brandon Register from Kansas just won the calculator and the sticky notes. Brandon, come up to the announcer tower and claim your prize. All right. It looks like our next raffle item is a Christy Overton Johnson Hit It book. Your victory may just be the one to hit it away. Signed by Christy Overton Johnson. We'll get to that in a second. Baxter. Up and over, Charles.
Loading another one, baby. Right there. Throwing the fist again. He is feeling the air under the tips of those skis, and he is loving it. Jump number 3 in the books. Not quite sure it's going to beat the 116, but awaiting the official results.
All right. For the Christy Overton Hit It book with Christy's signature, the winner is Jill Maynard. Come on up here, Jill Minyard. Come on up and claim your prize. The Christy Overton signed book, Charles. Look at this. The raffle keeps getting bigger and bigger with each drawing.
Christy Overton book. Nice.
Now I've got this awesome duffel bag that's yellow, black, with some mesh inserts in the inside, ready to be raffled away, Charles.
And I'm picking the magic ticket at the moment.
And here is the magic ticket for the duffel bag.
Brandon Register.
Again, he wins twice. He should go buy a lottery ticket. That's number 2.
That's awesome.
So that's 2 gifts from him over there. All right, coming back in. It looks like we've got Alex Berzerdorfer and Cincinnati skier will take a seat on that pass. Is this one signed too, Bree? It is. It is the Christy Overton running the course, becoming a champion in God's Eyes book from Christy Overton, signed by Christy Overton. And the winner of this book is Carol Marks. Carol Marks, you are the winner of the Christy Overton for running the course, becoming a champion in God's Eyes books. Carol Marks, come pick up your book signed by Christy Overton.
All right, and the Cincinnati team telling their skier to bring it down.
Keep going.
You know,
Okay.
Tyler, jump number 1 right there, that attempt, he looked extremely unsettled and very nervous. So hopefully Alex with the University of Cincinnati can gather his composure going back down the lake, breathe deeply a few times, and let's see what jump number 2 has in state.
All right, check this out. The grand prize here, Charles. What's going to happen? Oh, it looks like we have a winner here coming up to claim a prize. We'll get to that in just a second. And Charles, here we go. Alex needs to get a scoring jump for University of Cincinnati Bearcats. Oh, look at his team there. Cheering him on. Quite narrow into this approach. Chattering a little bit. Yeah, just can't get out of it. And Charles, one thing to notice, he's out there on those O'Brien Bruce Neville's. Didn't even know a pair of those still were intact. Those are some beasts of jumpers.
O'Brien made those back in the day, and Bruce Neville soared 200 and 200 and something feet every time over the jump on those. So you know they're a good pair of skis, but right now he doesn't have a score in the book.
All right. So the Hobie polarized sunglasses. Oh, Brandon, you take home not one, but 2 prizes here in the raffle. Thanks so much for stopping in. Congratulations, dude. Enjoy the prizes for the grand prize winner right here. Hobie sponsors USA Water Ski, Charles. So the winner of this not only going to get the Hobie sunglasses, but also going to get an Instagram picture that's going to be posted on social media around the world.
Nice. Good thing it ain't me going to be wearing them.
Alrighty. This is going to make it extremely tough. Our winner is Andrew with a phone number of 979-733-7184. Andrew, if that's your phone number and that's your name, come up and claim the Hobie polarized sunglasses and also get your picture taken for USA Water Ski and Instagram.
All right, so the University of Cincinnati is definitely trying to get their jumper over the jump for a score in the books. No one at this point in the competition can afford a 0.
Yeah, you don't want to take a 0. And like I said, Charles, he's on those O'Brien Bruce Neville's. These are vintage. Actually, these are really what blazed the trail for the new style of jumpers back in the day, these Air Nevilles.
Yes, those Air Neville's, great rocker in them, so usually you would get a great turn and a lot of pop off the top of the jump.
Oh, loading the base of the ramp. Now can he ride it out? Can he ride it out? Oh, at the very last moment, Charles, the skis took a dive. And Alex going down for the University of Cincinnati. But since the action keeps on going and the Aggies are getting pounded in College Station, doesn't mean that the Aggies can't produce here at the Lakes of Cypress Hill. As Matthew Zeberski on the water. Let's see what Matthew can put together. He is doing some side slides, and the 12th man is making his way down the lake. Does he go for a wake trick? No. The 360 into reverse. 360 to reverse, Charles, for the 12th man.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. I thought the Texas A&M Aggies football team was going to step up today and definitely try and make a name for themselves, beating a team that has won a national championship a few times in the past couple years. But unfortunately, like you're saying, it is 21-6 right now, which, you know, still is okay. I mean, maybe they're a second half team.
It could be. It's going to be tough to make it their way back against the Crimson Tide. But right now, Alex Clark into the base of the ramp, waiting late. Charles all the way onto the back of the head, but he is okay. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Alex Clark and the Michigan State Spartans.
And Alex Clark, Tyler, I'm telling you, he cut later on a single than I've seen anyone cut on a three-quarter or double today.
Oh, Alex Clark decided he was going to go into beast mode, and no turn was too late for him to take that approach into that single.
He was so late that I don't think he could have let go of the handle and skied around the jump.
Yeah, at that point, you just got to take what comes. And unfortunately, going out the back, but he is ready to rock and roll. And here we go, Alex Clark back up on those nightmare jump skis, Charles. It just keeps on coming. What can we expect from these next competitors out there with this type of intensity that continues to build at the Lakes of Cypress Hill?
Well, you know, Tyler, I just hope all the teams and coaches and all the parents can see the hard work that has been put in here by the judges and all the homeowners of the Lakes of Cypress Hill. If you see those folks on property, guys, just make sure you say thank you. It definitely goes a long way. But here comes Alex Clark back in for jump number 2.
Oh, is he still going to wait late? He's still pretty late, Charles, as he digs into the ramp, exploding and kicking, scoring jump for the Spartans.
Definitely a late cut.
Now the key is he going to go for the three-quarter? He could go for the three-quarter. But turning our attention back to the trick lake, in true Texas fashion, Matt Hayhurst from Arizona State, Charles.
Yeah, and he is definitely representing out there. All right, so Alex Clark, jump number 2, scoring in the book. "73 feet, Tyler, for Alex Clark's second jump attempt. Not bad after landing on your head.
No, he bounced back with much resilience on jump number 2. Going to build from it on jump number 3. The only thing he can really do here, Charles, is wait late on a single or go to the three-quarter, and it looks like he's just going to wait later on the single.
Well, Tyler, what he needs to do is he just man up. He's going to have to cut hard, dig deep, get his body a little bit lower, keep the handle down, and just drive into the jump.
Oh, he's waiting a lot later here, Charles, on jump number 3. And keeping his hand on the handle, sticking the landing. And the Spartans, 2 scoring jumps here in this rotation.
Super nice jump there, Tyler. That is definitely probably going to be the best one of the day for Alex Clark.
Well, next on up are the San Diego State Aztec Warriors, Charles. The Aztec Warriors bringing the heat with Ben Leeds.
And he's throwing the fist before he even goes over the jump, so he is pumped, he is excited, he is ready to roll thunder.
Roll the thunder, the Aztec Warrior. Okay, over there on the trick leg, it looks like Colin Schweigert from University of Michigan Wolverines. And Colin coming into that course, and he is going to give some nice tricks to the Wolverines. Driving it to the left, the right, the 180.
Oh, and going down.
And yeah, it's Schweigert going down right at the very end of that run. Well, Ben leads here. San Diego State going to open up with a single. Aztec Warriors getting loud as he approaches into the ramp. Let's see what Ben's got. Up, over, riding it out. Scoring jump there for San Diego State.
And you know, a very consistent, nice, comfortable opening jump right there. Tyler, honestly, keep everything about the same and just get a better edge, a little more effort, and build on that, and then go for it all on jump number 3.
Well, Ben leads out there with those big jump skis. You got to be thinking, should I take the 3/4? Should I wait later on the single? 65 feet on jump number 1 for Ben. And Charles, so many decisions to make here, as this is it. These are the final rotations of this jump event. There's going to be 5 rotations, but the final rotations of the 4th and 5th rotation that we're currently in right now, they need to get all the scores they can to collect those points at the end. This is the only hope their team has to battle for the championship. And right now, the San Diego State Aztec Warriors with Ben leads on the water now.
And here comes Ben. He is going to be bringing a single weight cut again for jump number 2. Looks like he's running a narrow split, nice edge, very comfortable. Explodes off the top, and a nice little right away.
And what you got there, Charles, with Ben coming into the ramp, you can see trying to press through that speed, drives with his shoulder right off the top of the ramp, gets another scoring jump, and San Diego State looking good so far here in the final competition of the men's jump.
And unfortunately going a little backwards on jump number 2 with a 70-footer.
All right, newsflash, Charles, just coming in. Ben leads, has never done a 3/4 cut in his entire life on this earth. But right now, for the first time ever, is going to go try a 3/4 cut here at the 2015 Collegiate Nationals. Absolute chaos out here, horns blowing, excitement raising. Ben leads. Never tried a 3/4 cut, but coming in for the Aztecs, pulling out wide, Charles. This could be big for Leeds.
And he's late.
Oh, takes it to the back of the neck. And is he okay? He is okay.
He's all right. Good job, Ben Leeds.
Riding it like a bucking bull out there. Ben Leeds, a crowd favorite. Never doing a 3/4 until that effort right there. Unbelievable. The crowd is in a frenzy.
Showing the leadership on the water, trying to lay it all down on his first 3/4 attempt in a national competition.
Oh, take a look at replay. Never had a chance, but loved the flight, going completely inverted.
All right, so it looks like Leeds is going to end up with a 73-footer for his best furthest jump attempt.
Oh, yeah. The excitement in the jump event. Okay. Ohio State. Max Rousey coming around the far end of the lake. And Charles, take a look at the Spirit Award right down there. If you take a look at the cornhole game of what's going on with Clemson University. Woo! That's right. We need to get Clemson into the Spirit Award. And right now, Max coming in for the Ohio State. Jump number 1 into the base of the ramp. And a nice, solid jump. Charles, it means a lot. Remember, they didn't get a score on the board from that horrific crash earlier. Good, solid jump on jump number 1.
Yeah, definitely a great opening jump right there. He can build off that. Once again, a little bit early, waiting on the jump, but, just a little more commitment, maybe get a little bit wider up on the boat and a little more commitment off the second wake and into the base of the jump. He's definitely going to gain about 10 feet easy on that.
Oh, yeah, Max Rousey putting it out there. A college football score update. Michigan leads Michigan State 10-7 right now as we get set and ready for Ian Joda from Wisconsin-Madison. Wisconsin-Madison coming in. Inside slide reverse. Going 180, going reverse. Oh, slipping out a little bit right there. Ian on that surface maneuver. Goes wake back, stomps the wake front. And getting some surface 360s. Going out wide. Does he go for the back roll? Goes for the back roll. And I believe going down right at the very end. Wisconsin-Madison skier. Good effort. As we head back to the jump lake with Max Rousey. Ohio State had a leap of 76 feet on jump number 1. Coming back in on jump number 2, Charles.
And here he goes. He has definitely got a lot more speed, Tyler, and even though he slipped out, if he rides it away, it's going to be further than jump number 1, but he was bringing the heat.
Yeah, clipping the tail almost on the right-hand corner, and take a look at the trick leg. Oh, big spray right there, going down. And Charles, such enthusiasm, wanted to go over there and spray his teammate, but going down on the liquid force wakeboard, unreal right there.
All right, so our jumper bringing the heat on jump number 2, an amazing adjustment. Unfortunately, just slipping out. If he can keep that same cut, and all he has to do is get his body composed and still and quiet and be confident that he can do it, we're going to see one heck of a jump. But Tyler, what did I tell you? He slipped out on jump number 1, jumping 76 feet. Jump number 2, because he brought the thunder, he jumped 183. Or sorry, 83.
No, hey, Charles, I'm going to correct you all across the board. A 93-foot
93? Oh, it is 93.
Was Max Rousey. Oh, yeah. But I'm not going to say that he couldn't go 193 if he brought it down another 50 feet. So here he goes on jump number 3, Charles. He's going to give it a rip.
Oh, and here he comes. He's a lot more settled. He's got good speed.
Can he ride it away?
He does.
The Buckeyes. 3 scoring jumps right there for the Buckeyes.
Unfortunately, though, Tyler, he did not have the speed as jump number 2, so I'm not quite sure that's going to beat that 93-footer.
All righty.
88 feet on jump number 3.
And your college football score update. Alabama getting on the board once again, 28-6 in College Station in the second quarter. This one's getting away from the Aggies early, but that's all right because we're here, Charles. We have got the best collegiate water skiers in the world right here at the Lakes of Cypress Hill.
Tyler, we have the best sport in the world right here at the Lakes of Cypress Hill, baby.
Oh, yeah, and coming in on the knee board right now, Christopher Jensen from the University of Texas, throwing a huge side slide with a wave for our judges and fans. Christopher Jensen ripping off some 90-degree turns, goes 180. Does he go to the reverse? Goes to the reverse, now 360. Christopher Jensen goes the other 360. And an unreal run there for the Longhorn, Christopher Jensen.
All right, Tyler, who we got on the jump lake?
Oh, going to the jump lake. It looks like we've got Dylan Britton from Kansas, the University of Kansas Jayhawks.
All right, and he is going to open up behind the 600, cutting about 6:05. Getting wide on that counter cut, Tyler. Very settled, looking solid.
Oh, look at this, grinding in late. Good kick, good extension for the Jayhawks on jump number 1.
Oh, and an amazing opening jump, Tyler, right there. Definitely was a little early, but that's okay on jump number 1. Now he's got a foundation to build on, and it's just going to go further and further on jump number 2 and further again on jump number 3 because he has a massive foundation right there to build on.
All right, so Dylan getting it done for the Jayhawks on jump number 1. $114 on jump number 1 for the Jayhawks. Now, Charles, I want you to watch this as Dylan comes back in for the Jayhawks. He has located his team right in front of where he wants to turn for the ramp, and they're yelling things at him. I hope they're words of encouragement before he makes that final turn for the ramp. But last time I saw one of the teammates putting their hands together in microphone fashion as he made his approach into the ramp.
And you know, Tyler, back in the day when I was jumping with Sammy Duvall and Cider House, I used to have them mark where I was cutting because I always wanted to pass where they were cutting, and it always worked out well for me.
Well, let's see what happens here. Let's mark it a couple more feet down, and let's get the volume knob turned up. Here comes Dylan on his next jump. You can see the team yelling right in his ear as he turns for the rim, and he's digging into the base of the rim, and he's going to kick it, and he is going to fly right over that century barrier once again. And that brings me back to the trick lake. Jackson Daniel from Texas State Bobcats goes for toe O into toe 5 back into reverse toe back, toe front. Does he do some surface toe back to backs? That is the question. Daxton Jenner rather, toe wake back, toe wake front, and a stand-up pass for Jackson Daniel and the Texas State Bobcats.
All right, so Dylan ended up with a 108 on jump number 2. So unfortunately going a little bit backwards, Tyler. And I'm telling you, a lot of the basics are coming into play here. He needs to keep the same cut. He needs to keep the handle down, stay over his toes, keep that right ski in front of the left, keep those skis together, and just the pull from the boat and his sling, he's going to go a very long way. Probably to a personal best.
It could be a personal best, and it always helps that their team members are on the side, cuffing their hands together in front of their mouth in microphone fashion as he makes that final approach into the ramp. Here we go with Dylan Britton from Kansas University. What has he got on jump number 3? Pulling out wide as he makes his approach. I'm going to say right before the 600-foot buoy. So going about 6:05 as he pulls out wide. Charles shaving off some speed there.
Yep, settling in nicely. He has definitely later got more speed, and he explodes a big one, Tyler. That is going to be his best jump of the 3 right there. Soaring over, I guarantee you, jump number one's 112 foot.
And that's why they call them the Jayhawks. Absolutely soaring over the water.
Soaring, baby, soaring.
You can hear the crowd. And you know what that means. We're getting into our top-seeded jumpers as we wait for Dylan's last jump. And this just in for the Jayhawks, a 1:21.
Soaring over jump number one's performance. A fantastic display of airtime by Mr. Dillon.
Oh, yeah, well, you can't take it away from him. He brought it down at the 6 and getting pumped up. It just keeps getting better. There's action, 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 drama, drama, drama. But guess who is on the water for the Crimson Tide?
Crimson Tide.
Sam Greenwood.
Greenwood.
Oh, yeah, Sam Greenwood making his presence felt in his short, young, illustrious career. A guy who can well push the envelope over 200 feet and has done it before. What will he do here in the collegiate level? Where will he cut? Only time will tell. Check this out, Charles. 590 there on the 600-foot buoy for Sam Greenwood.
And a massive countercut, super wide, sinking in like the days of Sammy Duvall, coming in with some heat and exploding, Tyler. Woo!
Oh, the crowd is loving Sam Greenwood right now because our current leader, Joshua Bryant, sitting in the lead with a 161. Was that enough, Charles? He was bringing the heat on the first round.
I'm going to tell you, if that one wasn't enough, he has got a heck of a foundation to build on right there. And just to watch how smooth, Tyler, when you see a jumper like Greenwood here, I mean, he is effortless. He looks so smooth, so stable, so confident. He had no doubt in his mind when he hits the big red monster, he is going to explode for a very far distance.
The distance just in 160 feet, 1 foot behind Joshua Bryant. He needs one more foot to push it out there. Right now, UC Davis skier taking to the water. The Fighting Unicorns on the water. Cody's going to take a rip at it, Charles.
The Unicorns are fighting?
They're fighting. You can see in their logo, actually, they're spearing their opponent in a downward direction. Cody is going wild out there for the...
And he is spearing the competition right now as the Unicorn finishes off his pass on his feet. Tyler,
going
good run
for the
right
back
there.
roll, Charles.
Going for the back roll.
Going for the back roll. And going down on the back roll at UC Davis. Sam Greenwood back to the jump leg now, Charles. He needs to bring it down. The wind is kicked up. He's only 1 foot behind the leader right now. Sam Greenwood going to bring the heat into the base of the dip. Here we go. Roll, Tide, roll. Oh, beautiful float, Charles.
Yeah, but unfortunately that wind kicked up on him when he was about pulling out for that 600-foot buoy. He needed to bring it down about 5 to 10 foot. That wind picked up at least 5 to 6 miles an hour, Tyler, and he just lost the width on his countercut to be able to have the speed he needs to beat the 161 leader.
All right, Sam Greenwood's last jump. Get loud, the University of Alabama. And turn our attention back to the Clemson Tiger. The Clemson Tiger himself is out on the water. It doesn't get any better than this. Tail and all. And I've heard it before, but the Clemson Tigers aren't tucking any tail today. They're letting it all hang out in a literal fashion out there. As Ross Harden gives it a rip. From a 360 to the 180s to the reverse. Too much action to handle.
And look at the tail flopping around. It is keeping him in perfect balance as he does the wake back, wake front. Perfect form, Tyler.
Oh, and does he go for the back roll? It's just going down right there on the back roll. The Clemson Tigers getting a boost there in the polls for the Spirit Award today.
All right, everybody walk down to the Jump Lake water's edge. Here comes Greenwood. He has got to make a great final adjustment here. And Tyler, I think he can do it. This is a guy that is very marinated into the sport. His mom and dad have been seasoned veterans for a long time. This kid right here is about to show us what being a leader is all about.
Charles, no doubt about it. That's a 580 cut right there. Talking to Sam Greenwood earlier, he said he's going to go flat out. And here he goes into the base of the ramp. Hard cut, big boost. And he is out there once again, but I don't know, Charles. So he had a 160, a 150. I don't know if that's going to be enough to eclipse the 161.
Man, you know, Tyler, that was a late cut. I mean, super late cut. He worked every bit of it as hard as he possibly could. But just with the headwind picking up right there, you can tell that at mid-flight, he just lost a lot of speed.
No doubt about it. And Sam Greenwood just putting one out there and making the scores, the final scores coming in there. A 153 on jump number 3, so the best jump of the round is going to be a 160 for Sam Greenwood.
All right, Tyler, I just got an announcement. If anybody finds any car keys on the ground, please bring them to the Tower of Power up here at the announcer stand. We have some people that lost their keys, but if anybody finds any keys, please bring them up to the announcer's tower.
Charles, I'm starting to feel the energy and the power of Tower with this bird's eye view on the action. I can barely even contain myself. I feel like I'm just going to go absolutely berserk on this microphone. It's so much energy, so much drama, so much action. And right now, the ULM Warhawks are on the water with Daniello Philchenko.
Philchenko
out of the Ukraine, coming to the Warhawks here in 2015. Daniello Philchenko is going to give it a rip. Look how wide he is, Charles, on jump number 1, right in front of the Warhawks cheer section.
Super wide, great turn, sinking in deep, great edge, and an explosion.
Oh,
huge explosion, Tyler.
Philchenko connecting on jump number 1 for the Warhawks.
An amazing first jump attempt. I mean, to build on that is going to be hard. That was a very, very good opening jump. You know, again, you can just see right when they're at the top of their flight, he even kind of over-rotated on the press and got that little flutter, which in return will lose you a little bit of distance. But Tyler, I think the key here is we've got to pick up speed off the second wake into the base of the jump, because if we can do that, we'll go further. But give us the score.
All righty, Daniello Philchenko, 156 on jump number 1. So he's 5 foot away from the lead. Can Daniello Philchenko boost himself in the lead? Charles, you can see, has that jumping style where he lifts that left ski all the way into the base of the ramp, so you know he's going to have the speed. Now it's about getting a later cut for Daniello Philchenko in the Warhawks.
Well, and I think getting a little more angle out of the turn, because you're right, Tyler. He's got such great solid form that we need to get him to pick up some speed off the second wake into the base of the jump. You know it's not the boat, okay? The 200 Ski Nautique powered by the 6-liter PCM engine, it has got enough power, but the wind has died down. Take a look, Tyler.
All right, Daniello Philchenko for the ULM Warhawks and the ULM contingency in the team title. He is going to turn late off the 600-foot buoy. Here comes Philchenko. Oh, he is really, really wide out on that boat. S-turn in and drop it in. Really late, Philchenko into the... Oh, exploded!
There it is, Tyler!
There it is!
A massive jump.
Fantastic performance from Daniello Philchenko. The crowd is going buck wild as we may have a new leader here in the jump event.
Tyler, I'm just going to tell you, man, that is going to be a new leader. He was pressing. He used every bit of that 5-foot jump that he could. You're right. The form of that left ski coming up and staying the drive of that right ski all the way through the base of the jump. That guy just used everything he had to hopefully propel him into the lead, Tyler, and give it to me, baby.
164 for Philchenko, 164 for the Ukrainian coming in. Charles, this is the youngest competitor in this. He actually qualified in as a boys 3 competitor. Truly, truly amazing. He is not only a gentleman, a skier, but he's also a scholar at such a young age, and now he's got the lead with the 164.
And that 164, Tyler, came. The wind gods totally died down for him on the counter cutting off the top of that jump. It was just absolutely amazing. Tyler, give us the results of who's in first, second, third.
The current leader, Daniello Philchenko, 164. Joshua Bryant, 161. Sam Greenwood with a 160. And Zach Cashel with a 152. Now Philchenko looking to build on that 164. Oh, another hard turn off the 600-foot buoy. Look how wide he is once again, and he is going to give it another rip. Get behind Daniello Philchenko into the base of the ramp, and another big jump, the best round of jumping we have seen today. I don't know if that's going to overtake his 164, but Charles, you got to say the Warhawks have come to fly here in the finals.
And you know what? That opening jump said it all when he went out there and just set the stage. He made the one final adjustment on jump number 2, and he laid it all on the line. He got the job done. That's why he's your new leader.
Alrighty, so we're moving right along with Florida Southern skier on the water now. Cole McCormick taken to the water for the Moccasins, and now you're even seeing the teams, the ULMs, the ULLs, the Florida Southern. Their team knows that this is a very important time and juncture in the competition. They need big points here in the closing minutes before we crown that team title.
And Philchenko's final jump, Tyler, was a 157. So not all that disappointing, really. A 156, a 164, and a 157. Very consistent jumping.
All right, so Cole McCormick coming out for the Moccasins. And you can see the intensity is starting to pick up. And Cole McCormick looks like he is going to go right after the 600-foot buoy as well and get wide on that Nautique 200. And he is going to give it a rip right here. Digging in. Oh, a late cut, Charles. A lot of speed. And a good float there. Solid scoring jump there from the Moccasins.
And absolutely coming from a family of skiers right there. Cole McCormick getting a great warm-up jump. Once again, just losing a little bit off the second wake. Keeping that direction. Once again, an easy 8 to 10 feet.
All right, over on the trick leg, Auburn University, Grant Gadsden. Look at that, driving that hand into the water, couldn't keep his balance. But the Auburn Tigers, a great showing here today as Grant Gadsden going down at the end of that run, Charles. We're in the closing minutes, really, of the final rotations. These skiers are going to lay it all on the line, Charles, sacrifice the body. And, you know, with Daniello Philchenko, the young
Believe he's probably going to bring it down just a little bit. The headwind down at the 5 and 600. You can see the ripples on the water. I think by him getting a little bit wider here and keeping a little more speed in his turn, he's going to create more angle. He needs more speed off the top of the jump, Tyler. Here we go.
All righty, here comes Cole digging in. Oh, you can see flew up at the first wake and made a wise decision on letting go of the handle there, Charles.
Yes, sir, Tyler. Very smart decision right there. As he lost his balance, unfortunately, you get 3 jumps. And as a jumper, you never like to pass in a national championship, but it's better than getting injured or, something else. But very smart move right there by Cole McCormick.
All right, so Cole McCormick going to get one more shot at it. And then we are going to continue through into the final rotations here on day 3 of the 2015 Collegiate Water Ski Nationals. What an exciting event. Charles, we've seen a little bit of everything. We've seen the thrills, we've seen the spills, and still so much more to come here in the final afternoon as the sun is starting to set here at the Lakes of Cypress Hill.
Well, in rotation 5, as we all know, it's going to be extremely exciting for every school participating in it, but it should lead us straight into the banquet tonight with a lot of enthusiasm and everybody ready to finally relax and cut loose and have a blast.
All right, Florida Southern needs a big jump here from Cole McCormick in the closing round of this second to last rotation. And let's see what he can put together, Charles. He's pulling out. He's been circling around the 600-foot buoy. I would think he's going to do it again, and indeed he does. He's around the 600-foot buoy, flying off those wakes into his counter, Charles.
Yes, and bringing it down a little bit. The wind has picked up a little bit, but look at this Sammy Duvall-style turn. He is going to edge. He explodes, Tyler, and that is going to be his best jump of the competition today.
Really big jump right there for the Moccasins late in the round. Cole McCormick connects on the third and final attempt.
A great third jump attempt for Cole McCormick from Florida Southern. Curtis, the steamroller Raby, doing just fantastic with him. Super excited to see.
All righty. 143 feet for Cole McCormick on that last attempt. A big score there. And that's going to move us into our next competitor, Louisiana Lafayette Ragin Cajun, Cole Grant.
And Tyler, I think Florida Southern's going to be extremely happy with that effort out there by Cole McCormick with that 143. That is going to give them the points they need to stay where they are at and stay ahead of the competition. Good job, Cole McCormick. Again, if anybody finds any keys on the ground, please bring them to the announcer's tower.
All right, Wisconsin-Madison, Felipe out there taking a huge wake back, wake front. Let's see what he goes for at the end. Oh, goes down on the reverse wake back. So Felipe doing well up into that wake back. But here is the story on the jump leg right now. Cole Grant and the Ragin Cajuns, Charles.
Cole Grant coming in, jump number 1. Very smooth turn, Tyler, at the base of the jump. And look at how effortless. He actually stumbled a little bit, and he just kept what I would say resisted the jump. He didn't quite explode off of it, but he had great speed, still went pretty far, and something must have been a little out of sync there for him because he looked a little bit quiet on the jump, like he just resisted the jump. Maybe it kind of looked to me, in my opinion, like his shoulders were a little bit open to the boat, and maybe he just felt unstable.
Well, I don't want to speak too soon, but I think right there, Cole Grant, and we're going to have to wait for a tally of all the scores in this event and the team totals throughout the weekend, but that may have just sealed it for the Cajuns, as the Ragin Cajuns have had a fantastic run of it and now put 4 jumps on the board to seal all of their slots here in the final jump competition. And you know, you take a look at the 147 from Cole Grant on jump number 1, looking to build on it, looking for more momentum, and looking to start piling on the competition here in the jump event. Charles, this is something, this is a sight to behold. If you're watching on NCWSA.com on the YouTube, I would make your way to the 2016 Collegiate Nationals. But the best you can do right now is stay live around the world as Grant Cole coming back in, or Cole Grant rather. Oh, and he's taken an enormous cut off the 600-foot buoy.
Yes, opening with a 147. That was totally not all he had. And here we go, getting a late cut, Tyler, but an explosion. Oh, very nice jump. That's definitely going to be in the 150 range.
Cole Grant putting it together once again and bringing it down the leg. You say it, getting stretched out a little bit, but keeping the pull all the way through. And this is amazing, amazing competition here.
Well, and Tyler, right there, he got a lot more out of that cut and the jump on jump number 2. Still, he's losing his upper body of power.
That's what I'm talking about. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon there for the Grand Valley State Lakers. And a boost of a jump for Jack Philipson as we are waiting for the results as he goes up and over. And we have Nathan Kelm coming in for the Texas State Bobcats right now. Let's see what Nathan can put together for the Bobcats.
The Kelminator on the trick lake right now.
Oh yeah, doing some wake back-to-backs, getting it done, and all the way down the leg, Nathan Kelm is going for the Bobcats. Tremendous 20 seconds there, Charles. The crowd is going berserk. They're loving it. Unbelievable. It was an amazing run from this point of view. And you take a look at replay, and he just did a fantastic job of getting those surface back-to-backs in, and then he went to wake back-to-back reverse. And I tell you, this is what the Bobcats needed. Wake by front, and then skied outside, did a Waco, and came in for the flip and knocked it down. Oh, my goodness, Charles. Have you ever seen anything quite like this?
The land shark is eating somebody.
The land shark has been gnawing on people all day. I don't know. He is still hungry.
Hungry.
All right, Charles. We've got Jack Philipson coming in for jump number 2. Again, nice and low into the base of the ramp.
Oh, and slapping the air with frustration, Tyler. Jump number 2, not going to outdo what jump number 1 was.
All right, on jump number 1, a 115 for Jack Philipson. And here we go, Charles. Getting ready for the Spirit Award. You see Miami of Ohio. They have mounted those inflatables, and now the land shark is directing their cheer, and we can only guess what's going to happen here as, oh no, Charles, take a look at this. Not only is it Miami of Ohio, but the Clemson Tigers have made their way down to the land shark with their Speedos on. Anything could happen here.
Anything is going to happen.
You can see those inflatables have like 1,000-pound weight limit on them, and they're taking it.
They are taking it. Oh,
The land shark, not the land shark. Oh, the land shark. They can't stop. They won't stop. When you can't stop, you won't stop. You're just going to keep on going. The land shark is bringing the heat. And Mike Pingator from Chico State is hearing the noise that's being produced by all the Division II cheering sections going out wide, and he's going to give a rip in for the back roll and going down Mike Pingator at the very end. And we're getting this on live webcast right now. You can see all of the teams just piling on each other.
All right, fantastic there, Tyler. We had a 115 opening jump, followed up by a 101, and Jack is coming back for jump number 3, Tyler. Here comes the double cut. He's got to get more lift off the base of the jump.
Well, you're going to know one thing about Jack's style. He's going to stay compact and low to the water, and he is going to give it a rip. Oh, he looks to be a little on his heels here. Presses forward at the last moments for a terrific Laker jump in the 5th round.
The Lakers soared right there, baby. That was an amazing jump number 3 compared to the first 2. I mean, it looked like a totally different jumper.
You said it. Jack is back on jump number 3 for the Lakers. And the land shark continues to keep the crowd going here.
All right, water ski fans, Jack's 3rd and final jump for the Lakers. A big 118.
118 feet for Jack Phillipsen in the final round for the Lakers. It's unbelievable.
All right, we got an Exciter Laker fan coming up here, Tyler.
Oh,
Jack
yeah.
is that a Jack personal best?
That is Jack's personal best, and Grand Valley could not be happier.
Grand
Fantastic.
Valley State Lakers in the house, Charles. And I got to say, Jack Phillipsen bringing the heat. It's only their first couple of years here in Division I, Charles.
And, I mean, look at Jack. He's acting like he's a veteran, like he's on his 4th year.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I've been saying all weekend. And the UC Davis Unicorns were just out on the water, ripping it up with Gabriel McClitt out there, and he just tore it up as we get ready right now. Grant Shipner on the water, and he is coming in. He's coming hot and heavy, and a great lift there, Charles. And the Iowa State Cyclones. Yeah, you take a look at replay, bringing the power into the base.
But unfortunately, he had a little bit of slack in the turn, Tyler, and we've got to clean that up.
Yeah, if you find yourself having a slack in the turn with a 10-mile-an-hour headwind, that means you're way too late, Charles. Look at his fan base, though, getting him pumped up.
Oh, man, every single person told him to bring it down and turn faster.
Faster, later, and sometimes if you take slack out of your turn, it can act as a bungee cord, and if you connect, go big, but I don't recommend it. Right now, Paul Kulig, Clemson University, another Speedo athlete on the water. Don't confuse him for Michael Phelps out there. Paul Kulig is going to bring it here for the Clemson Tigers. Charles, look at this.
He's going so fast, I can't even tell what he's doing, Tyler.
I'm pretty sure he shaved his legs before this event as well. Paul Kulig is just going off out there, and there's the back row for the Tigers. What? What just happened? He skied out for the reverse. No way! Oh, Clemson back row reverse.
There is something to be said for the Speedos. That must be the drag that they don't have because they just flip so easy and effortless.
Oh, but Grant Schiffner here coming in, the Cyclone digging into the base, and he is up and sitting down just a little bit, Charles. He had a 120-foot jump on jump number 1, but I don't know if that's going to be as far.
Well, in that opening jump, again, even though there was some stuff missing in the jump itself, there he just was wanting it too bad. He pre-kicked the jump. Unfortunately, that is going to be a little bit less than 120 feet, but we have one more jump attempt, Tyler.
Oh, yeah, Grant Shipner going big, and everybody's getting on their feet. That's a 115 on jump number 2. Nathan Abel, Texas A&M skier out on the water for the Aggies. Let's see what he can do. The fighting Texas A&M Aggies need something good to happen because nothing is going well in College Station versus the Crimson Tide right now. And look at this, Nathan Abel here, Charles, doing some big wake tricks. Goes reverse wake back, hanging on to it, goes wake front with a save, and all the way up to the end, goes front, and pulls it out with the reverse wake back to back.
Stellar performance by Nathan Abel.
All right, back to the jump lake. Grant Shipner, a 120, a 115, and this is it. This is it. This is the last jump for the Iowa State Cyclones of the tournament. Let's see what they can do. They want him to wait late, Charles. There's no question about it. They're flexing their muscles as he comes into the base of the ramp and kicks a nice,
beautiful jump.
That's what I'm talking about. The Cyclones coming down on jump number 3.
And he is super excited. He is hopping all the way down the shoreline. The Cyclone Thunder bringing it on jump number 3, making all the correct adjustments, Tyler. Making all the correct adjustments.
Charles, it is getting real, and it is getting real exciting here as Grant Shipner, if you're an Iowa State fan, get a hold of this. 1:27 for Grant Shipner. Woo! Charles. Woo! It's getting rowdy. It's getting feisty. It's getting out of control. I can barely contain myself. Look at the athletes. They're in the water wrestling each other. They don't know what to do but attack each other. I fear that the dolphins and the whales and the land shark could just go crazy at any moment.
All right, and on the water right now, Tyler Miller from Cincinnati.
Oh, Tyler Miller from Cincinnati. Here we go. He's pulling out wide. He's going to get a strong pull in. And here goes Tyler Miller. And he is ready to rock and roll into the base of the ramp. And no, going to elect to pass a little early there for Tyler Miller. And Charles, I don't know. He just got hung up in that headwind there.
Oh, the headwind ate him alive, Tyler. He has got to stay way lower on his countercut. Keep that left ski a little further down. The left ski came really high on his countercut, and the wind just grabs that ski and slows you down so fast.
All right, looking back at replay, Arizona State skier Nicholas Lang just went off over there on the trick ski. Had those back rolls in there early, went half twist. Beautifully executed by Arizona State. And I'm going to say that might be the top score from the Division II contenders. Mo back-to-back, and then a big front flip at the very end for Nicholas Lang. Charles, it's hard to know where to put your attention, because not only the action on the water, but the webcast, the land sharks, the whales, the dolphins, the painted people, the speedos. I could go on and on and on, but I'm going to put my focus right now on Max Schwinn from the University of Michigan. The Wolverines back out on the water. Going back, going front, Max Schwinn making it happen right there on the Division II leg. And look at this, Charles, coming down to this on the jump leg. You've got Cincinnati skier out there, needs a scoring jump on jump number 2.
And here comes Miller, jump number 2, edging Tyler, and dropping the head big time at the base of the jump. But manages to stay over his skis and land and right away.
Yep. Oftentimes when we see those skis turn about as flat as a piece of paper, that is not a good news into a headwind, but able to regain momentum, and right away goes Tyler Miller from the University of Cincinnati. And we are going to get a scoring jump. Tyler Miller takes a pass on his first jump. 100 feet for Tyler Miller on jump number 2. Oh, but right now, the Auburn Tigers are out on the trick leg. The Auburn Tigers are out there with Peyton Phillips, and the Auburn Tigers are ready to rip. Let's see what happens with Peyton Phillips. Oh, he goes to the left. He goes to the right. He does 180. He does a wake 180. And now he goes for 360-degree turn into the reverse direction. Peyton Phillips going out wide. Does he land the flip? And no! Casing the top of the wake, Peyton Phillips. So close, but yet so far away on that last back roll. Back to the action on the jump leg. This is what Cincinnati needs. They have a scoring jump of 100 feet. Now Charles's tips went a bit flat on jump number 2. Can he bring it down the lake here on jump number 3?
Tyler, he is bringing it down. The headwind is perfect. He's gliding. He's definitely going to be late, Tyler. Here we go. He settles in. He's edging right there. Oh, and body crushes just a little bit and splits. Is he going to ride? Oh, and he doesn't. Ride it away.
And right there is going to have to swim in, and that's going to do it for the Cincinnati Bearcats in 2015. We are into the top jumpers in the Division I competition, Charles. The sun is going down, but the performances are rising up.
Performances rising up because every competitor here today in the top seeds is hungry.
And here we go, back to the action on the jump lake. Your final Michigan State Spartan is Ari Godey on the water. And Charles, the Spartans have looked strong all weekend. They've looked strong all day. Their fan base has been excited. Their fan base is going on the other side of the lake to take to the dock. They are going to cheer from one side of the lake to the other. They know this is all they have. This is all they have to give here in 2015.
And Anthony Strack, Miami of Ohio, Tyler, on the water right now.
Oh, yeah, Miami of Ohio. You know he's got a big fan base. You know he's going to go for the 90-degree turns. And he goes 180. And then he goes reverse. And then does he do the 360? That's the question. He goes 360. Does he go reverse? It goes down right there. Oh, and going almost out the back. The Spartan. Ari, there's so much action here, Charles. One leg to the next. What happened there?
I mean, we went from a 360 to an almost out the back, unfortunately, right there. Jump number one for Ari. Not exactly what he was wanting. He was definitely a bit late for a single weight cut.
Yeah, we're going to have to go back to replay and see exactly what happened. Came in on the single weight cut, waited really late, but right at the top of the ramp, lost his legs. And 2 jumps to go here for the Michigan State Spartans. Oh, yeah. That replay shows it. Able to salvage the jump.
But Tyler, Michigan State being here in this Division I competition, definitely making a great showing. There is something to be said for that. And Anthony from Miami of Ohio had a great trick run right there.
Oh, yeah. You know, Anthony doing a great job for the Red Hawks out there. And, you know, there's just so much to get enthused and pumped up about right now, Charles. I don't know. I've lost my mind completely. I am going on about my 30th hour of announcing, and I'm finally finding my zone right at the end of the tournament, just as these competitors are. And here we go with the second attempt here for the Michigan State Spartans.
And here comes Ari. Single weight cut, waiting late, in great form, Tyler, getting a great lean on into the base of the jump and explodes off the top. Oh, and is not able to ride it away.
And you can see right there, submarining under the water on the landing and unable.
Submarining and being ejected out of his boots.
And going back to the trick lake, it looks like we have Wisconsin-Madison skier on the water. Jared Mayer is on the water. Let's see what Jared can do. Now, Jared's going out wide. He's coming in. Maybe half cab. No way. Half cab already for Wisconsin.
Half cab.
And then he goes back roll. Does he go with the reverse back roll? No, he comes back in and goes again at toe side edge. Half twist, Charles.
Amazing. Oh, and going down right at the end of the run.
Wisconsin-Madison delivering in the late rounds here of the day.
Wisconsin was holding out on us, Tyler.
No sandbagging here. You got to leave your best for last.
Best for last.
All right, here we go. So we're going to get geared back up with the Spartans. The Spartans need a scoring jump. The Spartans are in the 5th round, and it's all going to come down to this right now for the Michigan State Spartans. Will they get a final round score? Because Next up, we have got some heavy hitters. We've got San Diego State, Ohio State, Kansas, Alabama, ULM, and then Florida Southern to finish it up.
All right, Spartans, give it up for your teammate out on the water. Ari needs you right now. You guys need a scoring jump.
Oh, Charles, so much drama, so much action, but guess what? Still, no one been able to chase down Daniello Philchenko right now with a 164-foot jump. Daniello Philchenko, the Warhawk, still leading the jump event.
And right now, you have to ask yourself, who has the most pressure? The guy trying to take the lead away from Philchenko at 164, or the guy that needs a scoring jump for his team?
Well, you know, I would, if I was in this situation, you got to take one this for the team and get on the board. There's no question about it. You got to push your pride to the side if you're a Michigan State fan and just say, get on the board for the team. But this is going to be so, so close here, leading it up to the third and final jump. Michigan State. And right now, Charles, yes indeed, it's Charlie Kleinbaum from Western Washington.
Charlie Kleinbaum coming in on the trick lake.
Oh yeah, Victor the Viking would be proud as he goes into the trick course. Charles, take us through this trick run. I know it's going to be big.
Oh, he's got a side slide reverse, wake back, wake front. Whoa, going down on the 360.
Back to the jump lake, and here we go. Michigan State needs a scoring jump. Get behind him, ladies and gentlemen. Up, over. Does he land it? Does he land it? He does! He does! In the clutch! In the absolute clutch!
Clutch City. Woo! Right there for
We
the
are
Spartans.
in Houston, Clutch City, USA, and Michigan State making it happen.
All right, congratulations to Ari right there. Great jump number 3.
Woo, I'm seeing stars after that one, Charles. And here comes Curtis Williams, San Diego State. Now Curtis skied up into that 38 off loop and now looking to deliver out on the jump course. The San Diego State Aztec Warriors on the water.
All right, Tyler, and Ari's third and final jump was 73 feet.
Oh, solid 73.
Solid 73.
He needed to take it for the team, Charles. He pushed his pride aside and got on the board. Now Curtis Williams, San Diego State. One of those guys who definitely wants to put a mark out there. But you got to be thinking, with the ULLs, the ULMs, the Florida Southerns, the Alabamians to come, you have Daniello Philchenko still in the lead.
And here we go, Tyler. A 3/4 cut for Curtis right here from San Diego State University. A great healthy cut, getting wide on that Nautique boat, Tyler.
Oh, yeah, he's sitting back on the tail just a little bit into the base of the ramp. It slides out just a little, Charles. You can tell, though, they're proud that he rode out a jump. They got on the board there. And Curtis Williams, I tell you, this is getting to the point of no return for everybody out here.
And you know what? He can build off that. That turn, he rocked back on his heels and he just stayed back all the way through the base of the jump. The handle was high. He's got to get his knees more forward. He's got to bring it down a little bit. He's got to turn on his toes.
Oh, you got to believe that Curtis Williams wants to go bigger. He wants to go further. He opens up with a 106-foot jump for the Aztec Warriors. And Charles, the fans are all down on the shoreline. They're all feeling it. They've had so much District Coffee Roasters caffeine today, they can barely contain themselves. And everybody is just ready for these next jumpers to finish out. And if you take a look down the shoreline, we're getting pictures taken on the Division II leg. Everybody's watching, everybody is listening, everybody is tuning into these final jumpers that are going to be hitting the water. Here we go. San Diego State Aztec Warriors, Charles. Here comes Curtis Williams.
Curtis Williams coming in with some heat, Tyler, and explodes! A massive jump. He was pressing so much he almost went out the front on the landing.
That's what you call transition jumping. He had it all on the base of the ramp. He was in his press right off the top of the ramp and pressed all the way through into the landing. Curtis Williams getting it done for the Aztec Warriors. That's going to be further than 106 as the scores coming in for the Aztec Warriors. Get up on your feet as he's going back for one more jump. Curtis Williams with a 128-foot jump, Charles.
Fantastic jump. Number 2 for Curtis Williams. Wow, leaping, 22 feet or something over jump number 1, man. That was amazing. You know, he was definitely late. I saw that he was late and just was real stiff. Maybe backing it up a little bit and using the ramp a little bit more. He'll get a little more pop.
All right, Curtis Williams coming back, jump number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are on the center island, get loud as those jumpers turn for the ramp. They feed off your energy. They want to go harder. They want to go further than they've ever gone before. And what a great time to do it at the 2015 Collegiate Nationals. Let's get loud as Curtis Williams coming in for his 3rd and final jump.
Here he goes, Tyler. He's late. He's getting down. Oh, and a beautiful jump, Tyler.
He was hitting the gas pedal.
Hitting the gas, baby.
Pedal to the metal in Cypress, Texas in October, Curtis Williams. Oh,
an unbelievable display of maturity right there. Staying in the same spot, cutting harder. Man, just great to see, Tyler, that the adjustments from 106 all the way to 132 feet.
Woo! 132 for Curtis Williams on his last jump. And now we're moving into the top competitors. And it looks like we're now having a cheer section battle. Remember, Charles, that Spirit Award is up for grabs. That will be given out at the banquet tonight. The Division II, I'm afraid what's going to happen to the Clemson Tigers. They don't have much more clothing to wear out there. It's preferable if they at least leave their capes on. Oh, it's getting berserk here, Charles. Looks like the Arizona State Sun Devils has joined forces, and there's a wall of people getting ready as Robert Dalton coming in from Ohio State Buckeyes. Robert Dalton now approaching that 5-foot ramp.
And he turned about 595, Tyler. He is wide on that boat, settling in nicely into his cut. He comes in, digging deep. A beautiful pop off the top of the jump.
Big lip there. Big lip for Robert Dalton. And the horns, the mayhem, everything's breaking off. You don't know what direction to look, Charles. There's so many people lined up. If you're tuning in on webcast, it's hard to contain the energy in the announcer's tower of power. NCWSA is going off right now here in Cypress, Texas.
Cypress, Texas is the base right here at the Lakes of Cypress Hill.
The land shark has gone crazy with the bull blowhorns out there, making all sorts of noise, Charles. It's getting loud, and Robert Dalton, 106 feet on jump number 1.
We need the land shark to get behind Robert Dalton and below, because we're going to need a much further distance than 106 here today from him for the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Oh, and here comes the land shark. The land shark's bringing his horns to get behind Robert Dalton to make some noise, Charles. You asked for it. You got it. The sound is incredible. All right, Robert Dalton coming in, Charles. Here we go. Ohio State Buckeyes in the final minutes on jump number 2, Charles. Can he put together a big jump for the Buckeyes?
And he's settling in nicely. Tyler, he explodes. Oh, great jump number 2.
Big jump, big lift. The crowd is loving it. Robert Dalton for the Ohio State Buckeyes. So he had a 106. We're going to wait for confirmation
He
there.
absolutely built on that 106 on jump number 2 right there, Tyler. Much, much more speed in the base of the jump.
Oh my goodness. Charles, this is something else right behind it. Look at the crowd. He knows it. The Buckeyes are on their feet. Get loud. You got Robert Dalton for one more jump. Oh yeah. All the fans around the globe are tuning into the webcast right now for Robert Dalton.
All right, Tyler, and jump number 2, unfortunately, a foot behind jump number 1 with a 105.
Hey, the best thing we can do, Charles, right now is get loud. We got to get loud. We got to get rowdy. We got to bring the heat in the final round here today in the jump competition. Robert Dalton with a 106 or 105. Let's get loud for the Ohio State Buckeyes.
All right, Tyler, he is going to have to bring it down and bring the heat on jump number 3. He's got to lay it all on the line. He just made a massive 590 cut. Brought it down about 10 feet. Tyler, here he is settling in nicely.
Oh, Robert Dalton into the base. Exploding jump. Big jump. Big jump. Big jump. And this is what we waited for from the Buckeyes. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be so close.
So close.
So close. It's hard to say. Oh, check this out, Charles. This just in. Robert Dalton getting into the teens right there. 110 feet for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Ooh. Can we keep the momentum going? Can we keep the crowd pumped? That is the question. Kansas Jayhawk Lincoln Downs on the water now.
Lincoln Downs on the jump leg.
And
Lakin.
And Lincoln Downs coming in. Let's see what happens. All the teams are into it at this point. It doesn't matter which team you're on. You can get loud as the Kansas Jayhawk is coming in. Here comes Lincoln Downs on jump number 1.
And Tyler, he is staying wide on the nautique. He is a little bit late for how wide he was. Gets a little bit of a slip out.
Can he ride it out, Charles? He can.
Nice.
All right, Lincoln Downs. And I got to say, getting on the board for the team so important here as Kansas comes in ranked number 5th in the seeding. They want to finish in the top 5. Very important in the team performance that they finish in the top 5, as we've got 4 more competitors to go. Unbelievable action, but not to be forgotten about, our leader still, Daniello Philchenko from the ULM Warhawks. Can anybody bring him down? Did you see that, Charles? An interesting mooning of Lakin Downs as he went down the lake, and he used his ski to spray them. And it's hard to say. Every team has their own deal out here.
That's what it's all about, baby. Team pride, team pride.
Team pride late in the day.
So a 106, Tyler. He has got to build on that. He is the top seed for this university.
Oh, yeah, he is the top head honcho here for the Kansas University Jayhawks. This is it, Charles. We need him to bring it down. We need him to get a good boost. He could put together a personal best performance. His first jump, a 106-foot leap. Can he go even further? You can see his cheering session as he's digging into the base of the ramp. Behind that, not take two. Oh, Lakin Downs going down hard right there. Is he okay? We need to get, and he gives the wave.
Oh, and Tyler, just watching him come off that jump right there took my breath away.
Well, we're going to get the safety crew out there immediately, and those are some tough falls heading right out the back right there. And we're going to go back to replay on NCWSA.com on YouTube, and right at the base of the ramp, just not far forward on the skis and slipping out to the side. Those are the tough falls, Charles, that you got to make sure everything is okay. We're going to make sure he is shaken up there a little bit. That's respectable when you take a crash like that. But the Jayhawks still on the board with that 106 he was able to put together on jump number 1.
Oh, absolutely. Those are the ones you want to forget as you get older with time.
All right, so we're going to make sure he is okay. Taking a big out the back right there. And you got to say, Charles, he was bringing the heat.
He was bringing the heat, man.
There was a lot of power there. There was a lot of load, and that sling arm and balance just kind of left him as he left the top of the ramp. And the good news right now is looks like he is going to possibly give it another go. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Lakin Downs from Kansas University is going to give it another go. Give him a big round of applause. Yeah, laying it on the line, not only for the team, but the crowd, Charles. And the wind is perfect. It's ideal. I think he was in a fairly decent spot coming into the ramp, just didn't anticipate the power off the top.
You know, Tyler, you're right. I would actually leave that cut where he had it. I would just pick up the speed and how fast he rotates, get a quicker turn, stay in the same spot, and finish in better body position with his hips a little more over his bindings. Let that sling really work for you off the top of the jump, but stay in the same spot, get a quicker turn, be more aggressive on the first side, and finish.
All right. Well, let's give one more big cheer as Lakin is going to give it another go. Coming back on jump number 3 as he gets pulled out of the water. Charles, we are in the closing moments right now of this Division I jump event. You're not going to want to go anywhere. It's all going to build up to the ULL athlete at the very, very end of the day. It is getting into the nitty-gritty. All right, Charles, you've been there, I've been there, we've all been there that have attacked the Red Beast. the best thing you can do is get back on the bull that just bucked you off and hit it once more. Lincoln Downs coming back in for Kansas University on jump number 3.
Kansas University, get loud. Here he comes. Jump number 3.
You wonder if he's going to stay with the same cut. Remember, he had a 106, but now he's going to go even further than before, but he's got to control it. Charles, he's waiting late again.
He's waiting late,
Tyler.
Tyler.
He's taking it into the base, and a good jump in extension. Does he ride it out? He does. Tremendous recovery on jump 3.
Tremendous recovery right there for Lincoln Downs on jump number 3, Tyler. He still brought the heat. He didn't really back up. He didn't really be out of control. He was keeping it real. Even though he just had a massive crash, he kept the faith.
Hey, when you're a pistol, there's only one speed to fire the gun, and he brought it out of the heat of the turn, and a big jump going out 1 foot further with a 107-foot jump. And here the crowd is up right now for Alabama University. It's on the water next.
And we have a deflating of the Dolphins party over here. The Dolphins are being deflated.
What's happening is the Shark is now attacking the Dolphins, bringing them to their lives in here in 2015, Charles. The Shark has won. The Dolphins have finally lost. And Shamu's tail is up in the air.
He has surrendered to the Dolphin tail.
They have finally come to rest there. Santiago Barres here. Charles, right now, University of Alabama on the water, and I gotta say, look at this cut. Gonna bring it here for the Crimson Tide. Can Santiago put one together?
Bringing it down, Tyler.
He's at 575, ladies and gentlemen, and he's gonna make a wicked turn for that ramp. Oh! And Barres exploding. Charles going big.
That was absolutely impressive off the second wake to make it onto the jump for being that late. But once again, mastering the Sammy Duvall S-turn, Tyler.
Woo! Boom goes the dynamite for Santiago and the Crimson Tide on jump number 1. Can you feel the electricity opening up with a 160-foot jump right there, Charles? He wants to go after Philchenko. He can feel Philchenko 4 feet out in front of him at that 164.
Tyler, a 161.
Oh, we go to meters and it's a 161. 3 feet away from Philchenko now.
And honestly, Tyler, just keeping that same cut, there was so much speed and power. That jump was absolutely awesome. Now, the wind gods have got to calm down a little bit. We cannot get the headwind too strong. That 32-mile-an-hour boat speed with a very strong headwind just kills you. So hopefully the wind will settle down a little bit. But if he keeps that same cut and he uses the ramp just like he did there, and he just gets a little bit more lift, it's the lift that we're missing right now. And at 5 foot, it's really hard to get a ton of lift. But if he can just get up on the pocket of air just a little bit further, he's going to soar over that 164.
No doubt about it. Daniello Philchenko in the lead with the 164. Joshua Bryant currently beating Santiago in meters, so can he build off it on jump number 2? Getting out wide, here we go, the Crimson Tide bringing the heat on jump number 2. Santiago locked and loaded into the base of the Tide. Roll, Tide, roll, and another boost of a jump there, Charles. So close to the lead. Santiago just exploding off the top of the ramp.
Well, once again, Tyler, in the exact same spot with the same sight picture. So he knows where he wants to be, but right there, once he knew he was going to make it on the jump, you could just see the skis flattened out just a tiny bit, and that's why he opened up to the boat and had that little twist back to the boat. Let's see. What is the distance?
Charles, 163 feet, 1 foot behind Philchenko. He needs a foot. You got to get up on your feet. Santiago's got one more jump to go, Charles. We could have a new leader here. Crimson Tide are knocking on the door here in the 5th rotation.
And after the 2 most consistent opening jumps of the day, you know our leader has got to be nervous.
He's got to be nervous. He's got to be shaking because Santiago has built his way through this jump event with a 161, a 163. He's building in 2-foot increments. If he can do it one more time, he could take the lead. Now it comes down to the Crimson Tide and the 3rd and final jump, Charles. Let's see where he cuts. He's been around 585. Does he decide to go 575, 560? Only time will tell. And here we go, Charles. Pulling out wide. Here's Santiago. And you know the Crimson Tide are going to get excited for jump number 3.
And what he's got to do here, he's got to keep the consistency that he has built on the first 2 jumps. He's got a much better turn with a lot more angle, Tyler, off of the 500 and 600 foot buoy.
Oh, here we go. Crimson Tide, jump number 3. Oh, Santiago.
There it is, baby.
There it is.
Woo!
There it is. Santiago delivers.
Santiago!
Unbelievable. Oh.
Throws down a massive bomb.
Boom goes the dynamite here in the 5th round of competition at the Lakes of Cypress Hill. Santiago going for it all.
The massive explosion off the top of jump number 3 for Santiago pushed him all the way to 170 feet.
Oh, no way. 170 for Santiago on that last attempt. 170. But guess who we have on the water now? From ULM, the Warhawks, Alex King, more than capable of going that 170, but you got to give it to the Crimson Tide. I didn't think it was going to be a 170, but he proved me wrong. It was quite a boost off the top of the ramp.
Tyler, that was an impressive set. I mean, jump number 1, jump number 2, and then he calculated everything from those 2 jumps and had an explosion on jump number 3 to Santiago from the University of Alabama.
You're not going to want to go anywhere, water ski fans. Alex King from ULM is on the water. Let's see what he can put together. Alex King, capable of pushing it out there to the 170 range. Let's see what he does. He has a 2-handed approach. Releases that arm. Big ass turn for Alex King on jump number 1 into the base. And he is sitting back, Charles. So Alex King bringing the heat, but he's back on his heels.
He was bringing the heat, Tyler. You know, the wind was actually about the same as Santiago, but we didn't find him bringing it down as much to that 570 mark.
Wow. Alex King is going to need to make the adjustments here. More than capable of going to the 170. But how exciting right now for the Crimson Tide, who are in the lead. And look at this, Charles. ULM is going for the Spirit Award. They're in the water, cheering Alex King on. Go, Alex, go! Later is always better in the recipe of long jumps.
Absolutely. That is why the jump event is the most watched event around the world.
Around the world! We are streaming around the world. YouTube is blown up. There are so many people following this event right now. I have completely lost my mind. All right, Alex King.
All right, Alex King.
Alex King. Back to the water with Alex King.
So an opening jump, Tyler, of 140, not even close to what we know Alex can do.
But I really liked what ULM was doing as a team. They were all in synchronization as they were telling them to bring it down. They had their knees bent. They were swatting the water in front of them, telling them to bring it down, baby, bring it down.
He's got to get wider at the 500 and 600. He's got to get more angle off that area of the jump course. He's got to keep his width on his countercut and bring it down. He needs more speed. The need for speed.
There we go, Charles. The adjustment at the 500-foot buoy. Here goes Alex King. Oh, waiting later is always better, and he is digging into the base of the ramp. Big spring. Alex King! Alex King! Alex King on jump number 2!
Tyler,
Woo!
that's going to be close.
What
That's
a
going to be
beast!
close.
What a beast!
The beast.
I think, Charles, that was the adjustment you were talking about.
Absolutely perfect. Just, you can see when a jumper S-turns and their speed, their water speed is perfect. They settle in, and it is just beautiful. And Tyler, guess what? 168 feet.
168, 2 feet behind the current leader, Santiago from the Crimson Tide. He needs to bring it down, but for the first time in a long time, I'm seeing him feed off of the ULM cheers. The Warhawks are flapping their wings. They're cawing at their competitors. This is what it's all about, Charles. This is what. It is gone absolutely crazy here in 2015. Can Alex King throw it down? Can he grab the lead of the 170 right now?
I think he can. I think the adjustments are there. Oh, look at this, Tyler, at the end of the lake.
Oh,
Stopping
we
the
got
boat.
a little bit of controversy, which is always good to keep the spectators on the toes. But Alex King at a 168. Now, 168, only 2 feet off.
2 feet.
And that means he's in the second position also, Charles, at this point.
Second position right now. He has the silver medal attached around his neck, but he wants the gold. And only 2 feet away, Tyler. We've been here before.
We have been here before at the 2 feet. Remember, we were down in the 162 range to the 164. Now we have Alex King with a 168. Santiago out in front of him with that 170. A beautiful jump for the Crimson Tide. I think he's going to wait later, Charles. That's really his only resort and call to action at this point.
Absolutely. He used every bit of that 22-foot, 4-inch long, 5-foot jump surface. He's got to bring it down. He's got to have more speed. That is where the 170 plus is going to come in, Tyler.
All right, Alex King, jump number 3. Let's see if the Warhawks get behind him. He's coming in to try to grab the lead. 2 feet away, Alex King and ULM, the Warhawk hanging out wide. Oh, look at this cut right here at the 550. 550. 550. And he's pulling out wide. He's really, really late, Charles. Really,
he
really
is
late.
real late, Tyler. Here we go, settling in hard.
Oh, baby! Yeah! You can hear it. It's going to be close. He went 550 and really took a rip at it, Charles.
Woo. Tyler, that may have been a little too late, buddy. He had a lot of speed, but he didn't have the lift to jump number 2.
Whoa, I don't know. He was bringing the heat, and Alex King, the latest cut that we've seen all day at that 550. I told you the recipe might be cutting around the 500-foot buoy. He was the closest at 550 here today.
I'm telling you right now, Tyler, it's amazing. And he finishes jump number 3.
And it's going to be a 162. 162. So what that means right now, Santiago is still in the lead with that 170. And the pride and joy of Florida Southern, Thibaut Dolan is on the water right now, and we watched him rip through 39.5 off. We watched him throw down a killer trick score. Now for the overall competition and for his team, wants to put out a beast of a jump.
A beast of a jump. And you remember, Florida Southern is hungry, guys. They want to finish this competition and have momentum going into next year. I think right now they're sitting in a pretty solid second place.
All right. Let's see what Thibaut can do right now, Charles. You know he's going to wait late, but is he going to wait till 550? This is going to be the real thing. He is the real deal. He is going to get out wide on that boat, and he is going to give it a rip at about 570. Thibaut's getting wide on the boat, carrying a lot of ski speed. Can he get the angle? Oh, big S turn. He is late, Charles.
Settling in.
He is settling in. Lots of speed and slipping out at the base. But a solid, he's not going to waste time. He's not going to waste time. That's one thing for sure.
Absolutely not wasting any time there, Tyler, at that 570 mark. Again, the headwind is up and down, and it really can affect you at this 32-mile-an-hour speed that the boat is going. And, you know, he rushed the turn a little bit because he thought he was later than he actually was, okay? So I think what you're going to find is he's going to keep it in the same spot, but he's just going to settle himself down a little bit.
All right, look at this. He's even getting some love from the ULM ski team over there. Everybody at this point is on their feet. I don't know. It's a big, tall order, the 170, as he gets a 150-foot jump on jump number 1.
So he's going to have to make a 21-foot improvement here on jump number 2 to take the lead.
That's going to be a beast of an effort, but if anybody could do it right now, Florida Southern has got their guy on the water who could possibly take over the lead.
Well, and you know, I know their coach pretty well, and he's a veteran to the sport, and he has probably taught them a ton of discipline and don't judge the first jump and let it affect your whole set. So I think he's going to make the proper adjustments here, and at the end of the day, he's going to build on that 150.
Oh, yeah, and it looks like here we go with Florida Southern. Skier on the water. Tebow is going to be bringing the heat on jump number 2. Charles, check out his S-turn, and he is going to go again at about 575. But watch him come in and then ski out right there. There's the S-turn, and he is really, really late. And can he get that kick? Woo! Oh, and there was some more kick, but still sitting back. He is.
Tyler, he is wanting it all, man.
This is nothing conservative here from Florida Southern here in the final round.
He has got to keep the same cut. He's just got to get in the correct body position so the sling and the ramp and the boat and the rope work together and launch him and propel him over the 170-foot mark. He cannot do it by muscling. He has got to start using some of what the tools he is wearing give you. He's got to keep the cut in the same spot. He just got to be in a better body position coming off that second wake with that sling.
What he needs to do right now, I think he was signaling to the shoreline. He's got a massive cut, but he's so late getting on the ramp. I think he's sucking in his arms just a little bit. Stay relaxed, stay long, and feel the rope. He's got so many spectators out right now. Even if he passes right now, he will probably decapitate that geese that has flown onto the water right there, Charles.
Yes, there's the Cypress duck.
The Cypress duck that has made its way to the competition here in 2015. Everybody is out right now, Charles. Everybody is on their feet. Can Tebow put it together on jump number 3?
Yes, but right now I'm worried about George the duck.
He'll be fine as Tebow is set up. Florida Southern, the Mocs are ready to attack. They're hungry, they're starving, and Tebow's about ready to take a bite out of that Cypress jump ramp as he's turning. Can he relax at the base of the ramp, Charles? That is the question.
Here we go. The S-turn is almost complete. He is settled. He's definitely going to look good here, and he explodes, Tyler, in a massive jump number 3.
Tebow with his best jump of the round, no doubt about it.
Best jump of the round right there, ladies and gentlemen, for Tebow on jump number 3. He put it all together, the best of his ability right there. Definitely going to be probably around 160, 163 feet.
And we'll get that score to you very shortly. But right now, our last jumper on the water, Christopher Wharton from Louisiana Lafayette, the Ragin Cajuns. Oh, yeah.
All right, so 164 foot, Tyler, on jump number 3.
That puts him right in the heat of it. It is a battle at 164. So we're going to have to come down to meters to see if it's Philchenko or Tebow.
Tebow or Chenko, baby.
It could go any way. But the Ragin Cajuns probably taking that team title, no doubt about it. But here we go, needs 170. If there's a guy who can do it, Christopher Wharton is that guy. Charles, you got to get pumped up. If you're in the crowd, you got to get pumped up. Your last skier of the day, the Ragin Cajuns, Louisiana Lafayette. Christopher Wharton going to be pulling out for the 600-foot buoy.
The last jumper of the 2015 Collegiate Nationals.
Oh,
Tyler.
look at this.
570.
570 for Christopher Wharton up the 600-foot buoy.
On jump number one.
Oh, look at this. He's edging in. He's going to go in, and he's going to drop a bomb right there. Is it Charles? He goes
Beautiful
huge.
jump
He goes
number
huge.
one.
That may have done it. That may have done it. We have to go down, and we have to see.
The video will tell, Tyler. That was an amazing explosion of pop.
Did he eclipse the 170? Did he do it? I don't know. Oh, wait, Charles, we have to wait. This is going to be so close. So close.
Oh.
It's going to come down to meters.
Down to meters.
It's going to come down to meters. 171 feet. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
On jump number one. And Tyler, he studied the three jumpers before him and just took the 570 cut with the S-turn on jump number one and just took the lead.
That is your champion. That is your school. That is the champion. The Ragin Cajun have been awesome all weekend long. And now Christopher Wharton with a 171 wins the jump competition here late in the evening on Saturday. But he wants more. He's hungry.
He's hungry, Tyler. And you know what? That looked flawless and effortless. Now let's see if he actually brings the steam to the jump ramp.
Oh, will he cut later? He was about 570, 575 off the 600-foot buoy. Charles, what will he do right now? He is going to pass the 600-foot buoy. Oh, there it is. Another about 570 cut off of the 600-foot buoy. Charles, Christopher Wharton, get behind him as he is going to take a late cut into that ramp.
Here he comes off the second wake, left ski up, exploding, a huge press. But unfortunately slipping, Tyler. Unfortunately slipping, had to handle a little high coming into the base. I think that left ski, he lost his balance a little bit, but he's probably still on cloud 9 when he heard that 171 from the boat.
Oh, and you can see the Cajuns, the Ragin Cajuns are starting to celebrate. They're starting to get pumped up. They're starting to feel what it tastes like to win that national championship again. And that's going to do it. Christopher Wharton is going to win the event. The Ragin Cajuns are going to win the team title. And in 2015, Louisiana Lafayette comes back for that title and gets it, Charles. I've seen a lot of events, but none quite like this here in 2015.
You know, and congratulations to ULL, every skier, the team coaches, everybody. Congratulations to all the universities. And thank you to the Lakes of Cypress Hill and all the judges. What a fantastic 2015 Collegiate Nationals, Tyler.
All right, Division II awards are going to be right under the tent. I can't wait to see everybody at the banquet tonight. Make sure that you're nice and safe at the banquet. It's been an unbelievable weekend. Stay safe, stay hungry, and Division II awards are next.